All right, so what's up, y'all? So, yeah, as you guys know, this Saturday is the Teofimo versus Josh Taylor fight. You know, like I said in my first video, right now I got Teofimo winning this fight. Even though I must admit, I'm kind of not liking what I'm seeing from him, you know, in the interviews and all that shit. He's still, you know, it's one thing to be confident, man, and then it's a completely different thing to be arrogant, you know?
That's how it is. You hear that?
And Teofimo just comes off like as too arrogant, man, and to me, that's a weakness, man. People that are arrogant like that, it's usually because they're hiding something, you know? They're hiding doubt in themselves or something, you know, because confidence is completely different, man. Somebody that's confident, they're not yapping away and just all full of themselves and all that shit, you know? And that's what I'm seeing from Teo, man. I'm seeing, you know, he's trying to come off as him being real confident, but it's just flat out arrogance, you know, and I kind of don't like this shit. But, you know, but he's saying that he had a good training camp and he said that they found the mistake that he was doing. Teofimo said that they corrected it, they found out what was going wrong, and then they interviewed his pops. You know, and his dad said that he was making a mistake as a coach and it was affecting Teo, you know? And I'm kind of thinking that I think his dad might have been trying to control him too much, you know? Trying to coach him too much and not let him have his freedom in the ring, you know? Because as a boxer, it's kind of difficult, man, when you got a coach telling you what to do and you're trying to listen to them and obey what they're telling you. Sometimes it can take away from your own personal judgment and your own freedom, your own tempo of fighting, and you just fighting with your own style in the ring, you know? It's kind of hard. You got to kind of learn how to do both, you know? Take certain advice from your coach, but also be able to box with that freedom that works for you, you know? And it seems like that's what was going on with them, you know? I think Teo might have been listening too much to his dad's game plan, and, you know, he was probably just getting confused and not really boxing his own style of boxing. Or at least that's what I picked up from it, you know? Teofimo is a very dangerous fighter, man. He has a lot of skills, man. He's got a lot of skills, man. But the thing with him is just his mentality. I don't know, man. Like,
Flatline.
Hopefully he gets that shit together, and you know, and we should be in for a good fight this weekend, you know. And one of the interviews, you know, Teo said that he's trying to take Josh Taylor's life or something like that, which is, you know, again, he might have said that shit playing around, but if that were to ever happen, man, you really don't ever want to be on the other end. Like, you know, it's a sport, man. You don't ever want to wish that shit on your opponent, no matter how much you disagree with them or how much you don't like them. You know, and Josh Taylor, he's also ready to go. He still looks at himself like that guy at 140, man. He still considers himself undisputed champion, even though, you know, he pretty much just lost his belts because he was talking about that it was too much to keep the belts when it comes to the boxing politics and how much he was paying for the belts, you know. He said it was upwards, I think, of 10% of his purse because he had all them belts, you know, which I never really thought about that shit. But yeah, it's kind of crazy the way you got to pay for your belts, you know. But yeah, so he pretty much just let him go and everything. But, you know, realistically, he still is the undisputed champ. So yeah, you know, he's gonna be ready to fight. You know, he's gonna be ready to fight. You know, it's clear that he doesn't like Teo.
I'm gonna knock this dwarf the fuck out.
You know, for a minute there, man, I was already kind of switching my pick, man, and I was going more the Taylor route. But I don't know, man. I'm like I said, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Teo mentally, but I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I think Teo just has too many skills, man. And hopefully he just gets it together because it seems like he was going through a lot. You know, even he came out in an interview and he was talking about his marriage and how his wife left him, you know, and she took half of his money, which is, you know, fucked up. You know, at the end of the day, you don't ever know what people are going through behind the scenes and shit, you know. So I'm sure that was affecting him a lot too. But, you know, it could have been a blessing in disguise, man. He got that person out of his life and shit, and now he can concentrate on himself more, you know. And that's the way sometimes you got to look at life, man. You know, a lot of times what you think could be a disaster, low-key, it could be a blessing in disguise, you know. So, you know, you always got to try to stay positive, man. There's always some kind of light at the end of the tunnel. So, I mean, hopefully he made peace with that whole situation and shit, and he could just move on and concentrate on boxing and try to make the comeback, you know. But yeah, I think we're in for a good fight, man. I think both of these guys are going to bring their A game, and it's going to be interesting, man. Like I said, there's questions about Teofimo still at 140. We really haven't seen him too much. And, you know, Taylor, I think he's trying to move up already too. I think he's trying to move up to 147. So I'm going to be looking at the weigh-in to see how big Taylor is actually looking compared to Teo, you know. But yeah, you guys stay tuned. You know, I'm going to be making more videos as the fight gets closer and everything. But you know, for now, I'm going to stick with Teo, man. I'm going to stick with my initial pick. But leave it down in the comment section, man. What are you guys seeing from the interviews? And who do you guys think is going to take this fight? Go ahead and leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel, man. All right, y'all, I'm out.
The fuck out.